Hi, my name is Jamel Lewis, and this is The Close-Up. So I was actually studying computers in college, and it felt like mindless work to me. I remember just because I was kind of struggling with it at first, but I was like, I'm gonna commit everything, no video games, I'm not gonna go out with my friends, nothing like that. I'm just gonna study, I'm gonna do homework and everything. And I remember just doing that for an extended period of time, and I still wasn't passing all my classes in a way that I wanted, or at least that would have been conducive to the requirements that the major at the school had. And I started to really burn out really fast. And so I remember I was watching Captain America Civil War, and I remember when Cap was chasing Black Panther through the highway and trying to save Bucky, and just remembering the passion and how believable all the characters were and what Chris Evans was doing. I was like, wow, that looks like it'd be a lot of fun to do. And I said, I think if I actually put my all into this, rather than putting my all into something I'm really not enjoying, still not passing anyway, I think I could do really well at that. And so I ended up taking an acting class 2 months later, and I absolutely fell in love with it.
How can you say that? This is the oppression of our people you're talking about.
The oppression of our people? Oh, please, man. They want to defund the police. Do you know how stupid that sounds?
It sounds like being a cop is more important to you than being black.
You damn right. Look at this. Look around you, man. This house, your clothes, this food. How the hell you think we got all this? By being black? No. Why don't you try them 20 years that I put in?
So what, that justifies the killing of innocent black people?
Don't put words in my mouth, boy. That's not what I said.
Really? Because it sure sounds like it.
Listen, nobody.
Every role to me is extremely different. And maybe not always extremely. I approach everyone differently. Am I playing a role that was played by somebody else before? And so that may or may not determine whether I view the way that character was played to see what the choices they made and why. I think also depending on it, I might just completely not watch it altogether just because I don't want to be too influenced by stuff like that. Like right now I'm playing Robin Hood in the Renaissance Fair, and while I may be one of the first Black Robin Hoods ever, I am not going and looking for footage of the Robin Hoods prior for several different reasons. First and foremost, different circumstances. The time setting for a black person to be doing what he's doing as Robin Hood is very different from someone of a Caucasian nature or a Caucasian background. And so the circumstances are already different. I found and continue to find great excitement and pride in approaching it from a completely new and fresh background, or coming to it from a different place, just because I want to be able to bring something completely new to the role that people haven't seen before. But if it's a completely original character that I'm playing, I think you can ask anybody I work with, if they see my script, it is completely marked up. I make notes constantly and on my script, not in a notebook, because I just find it a little bit of a hassle to read my script and then find the notebook and kind of compare it, rather than having it directly next to the lines and making notes about what I've noticed and what that infers about the character and the character's relationships. Not only that, one of my mentors, Keith, he taught me that it's helpful, and I have definitely found it helpful, to not only look at what I say about myself, but also what other people say about me, what the stage directions are saying my character is doing at that point, because that's really important to not only, of course, make my choices, but acting is reacting, right? How does it make me feel to hear, to know what other people think about me or think how I should basically live my life? And always kind of taking that into context when I'm studying my lines also, like having those notes next to it to kind of refresh my memory and keep that going, I think is really, really helpful. And I hope that translates well in my work.
Coming for me while I nap, eh? Like a coward. Well, nice try, fucker, but not this time.
Then when, Gertrude? You've already had 2 heart attacks, a slip down the stairs, and not to mention that nose candy incident back in '86. How much longer do you think you can escape this?
However long it takes.
Gertrude, please!
Who are you to tell me when my time is up?
How dare you, mortal!
You are a monster. Nothing but a plague on this earth.
Having faith in my ability as an actor is something I, funny enough, still struggle with. That what I bring to the table is more than good enough, you know? And especially if I'm cast in something, then I'm the person that they're looking for that character. So self-assurance, I think, is the short answer to that question. And yeah, I think, yeah, that's it. That's what I still struggle with.
It's creeping me out. I was just nervous. Nerves? You'd be nervous too if you're about to take your first life.
Hey man, you're on the right track. Like, cause I remember at that time I was so lost. And being from, my mom, she was a first generation American, because my family's from Trinidad, and we have Chinese heritage in our blood as far as I know. And Caribbean families, man, you don't do that. You don't stop a stable job and potentially degree to become an actor. You don't join an unstable career. You know, that's just not, you don't do that. So my mom was not happy when I started. And so me at that time was very confused, and he wasn't sure if this was the right path. He knew he wanted to do this. He knew he wanted to act, but if stopping a computer science cybersecurity degree was the right thing. But I do remember thinking, I don't want to go for the Oscar. I don't want to go for the Emmy. I just want to be good at what I do. And some years later, I like to, you know, think I've gotten pretty decent at it. And I would tell myself, I'd say you have the right mindset and you're on the right path, and you're about to embark on a journey that's going to be so fulfilling to you. So yeah, I tell them, just stay the course. You're doing great. I'm Jamel Lewis, and this was The Close-Up.
And that's it.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
And cut.